Hello, Chelsea fans. Welcome back to the Blues Report, and remember to subscribe, then enjoy your news. Let's dive in. Title: Blue Revolution, the double signing of Xavi Simons and Jorrel Hato. It was a warm July morning in London, but the atmosphere at Stamford Bridge was electric, charged not just with the heat of summer, but with anticipation. News had broken the night before, shaking the football world. Chelsea had completed the sensational double signing of Dutch prodigies Xavi Simons and Jorrel Hato. For months, rumours had swirled. Whispers of Chelsea's interest in Simons had surfaced after his standout season with RB Leipzig, where the midfielder had dazzled Bundesliga fans with flair, vision, and maturity far beyond his 21 years. Meanwhile, Hato, the 18-year-old defensive phenomenon from Ajax, had emerged as one of the Eredivisie's most prized assets. A modern centre-back with intelligence, pace, and leadership rarely seen at such a young age. Now it was official. The announcement Chelsea's social media pages went into meltdown at exactly 10:00 a.m. A slick blue and white video featured silhouettes walking through a tunnel, the camera slowly revealing Xavi Simons donning the number 8 shirt and Jorrel Hato pulling on the number 4. The message was simple: welcome to London. Within moments, the hashtags Simons is blue and Hato joins Chelsea were trending worldwide. The club's official statement read, "Chelsea Football Club is delighted to announce the signings of Xavi Simons and Jorrel Hato on long-term contracts. Simons joins from Paris Saint-Germain following a successful loan at RB Leipzig, while Hato arrives from Ajax, where he captained the side during the latter half of the 2024-25 season. The pair represent the next generation of elite football talent, and we look forward to watching them flourish in blue." But what the statement didn't reveal was the story behind the signings. A dramatic series of events that unfolded over months, involving fierce negotiations, hijacked deals, and a vision for Chelsea's future that few had anticipated. Behind the transfer, sporting directors Lawrence Stewart and Paul Winstanley had made it clear at the start of the summer: Chelsea were no longer simply collecting talent. They were building a team with identity, with chemistry, with ambition. It was Simons who had first caught their attention during a Champions League night in Leipzig. Even in a losing effort against Manchester City, the young Dutchman was everywhere, dictating play, breaking lines, demanding the ball like a seasoned veteran. Mauricio Pochettino, still at the helm despite a turbulent previous season, told the board in no uncertain terms, "If we want to be serious contenders next season, we need a player like Simons. He's not just a talent, he's a force." Paris Saint-Germain were hesitant to let him go, but Chelsea played their cards wisely. By working directly with Simons' representatives and PSG, they triggered a clause that allowed him to choose his next destination. Simons, tired of constant loans and longing for stability, was convinced by Chelsea's project. For Hato, the story was even more dramatic. Arsenal had been favourites to sign the Ajax captain. Mikel Arteta was reportedly in regular contact with the defender, and the Gunners had made an official approach weeks earlier. But Chelsea moved silently and quickly. Christopher Vivell, back in an advisory role, had strong ties to Ajax's recruitment team and used that relationship to negotiate directly. What sealed the deal was a surprise meeting between Hato and former Ajax legend and Chelsea icon, Ruud Gullit. Over dinner in Amsterdam, Gullit painted a vision of what Hato could become at Stamford Bridge. "You're not just the future of Dutch football," he told Hato. "You're the future of Chelsea." Welcome to London. Simons and Hato arrived in London 2 days before the official unveiling. The club had arranged a private tour of Stamford Bridge under the lights. As they stood in the centre circle, staring at the towering stands, Simons turned to Hato and said with a grin, "It's time." The next morning, they trained privately at Cobham, joined by Enzo Fernandez, Reece James, and Cole Palmer. Despite the casual nature of the session, the intensity was unmistakable. "Xavi looks like he's been here for a year already," Palmer said afterward. And Hato, man, he doesn't miss a tackle. By the time they met the press, Chelsea fans were already chanting their names. In the unveiling press conference, both players spoke in fluent English, confidently outlining their ambitions. "I came here to win," Simon said, adjusting the blue jersey. "I've played in Holland, France, Germany, but this is the biggest challenge, and I'm ready." Hato, calm and composed, added, "My job is to defend, to lead, and to grow. At Chelsea, I can do all three." The tactical shift Pochettino wasted no time integrating the new signings. In preseason matches across the US, Simon slotted into an advanced midfield trio, linking seamlessly with Enzo and Palmer. His ability to switch play, break lines, and press relentlessly gave Chelsea a new dimension. Meanwhile, Hato partnered with Levi Colwill in a left-footed centre-back duo that was both dynamic and intelligent. The two quickly developed chemistry, often communicating in Dutch during games to keep opponents guessing. Football pundits were quick to notice. "This is not the Chelsea of last season," said Gary Neville on Sky Sports. "They're younger, sharper, more balanced, and Simon's, he's the closest thing I've seen to prime David Silva in years." Off the pitch, off the field, the duo became instant fan favorites. Simon's charisma and fashion sense made him a media darling. His photo shoot for GQ UK in a tailored Chelsea suit broke Instagram records. Hato, quieter but no less influential, began working with the Chelsea Foundation, organising youth clinics for underprivileged kids in South London. His humility and maturity won hearts across the city. The Dutch duo's bond grew stronger too. Roommates on away trips, they often shared meals, explored London together, and supported one another through the media frenzy. "We push each other," Simon said in a feature with Chelsea TV. "We came here together. We grow together." The season begins. Chelsea's opening Premier League match was a home clash against Manchester United. Under the Stamford Bridge lights, a packed stadium roared as the new signings were introduced to the crowd. In the 17th minute, Simons picked up the ball near the halfway line, danced past Casemiro with a delicate feint, and slid a pass through to Jackson, who buried it in the bottom corner. 1-0. In the 89th minute, with United chasing an equaliser, Hato threw his body in front of a Rashford strike, the ball deflecting off his chest and out for a corner. He stood, arms raised, the crowd erupting in chants of "Hato, Hato!" In another news, latest on Xavi Simons and Jorrel Hato to Chelsea, Chelsea can soon be just a GK away from very good summer window. Hato is a real player. Player profile on Xavi Simons. News roundups. Welcome to Friday again. And it's another weekend closer to Premier League football being back. The Chelsea board have not taken much of a break, and they have gotten busy this week with some transfer deals. Things certainly heated up a bit on the market. This article here was written first thing on Thursday morning, so I suspect things might have moved or changed a lot since then. But it was the latest from our sources on Jorrel Hato and Xavi Simons to Chelsea. You can check it if you missed it, as I did drop it in your emails at the time. On these Dutch ballers, we have player profiles out today on Simons and Hato by our man Luke Rushbrook. You can check that out in full here. I really enjoy these, especially if there are some things I don't know about the players we are looking to bring. And on Hato, I've got a couple of really cool clips and some words on him here. He's a player I've looked into and researched a lot of because I studied him when I did my scouting course, so I feel my words can hold some weight in this one. I've always really liked the look of him. Speaking about the summer window in general now, and it can end very strong and can be a very good window. But I still have that burning goalkeeper feeling. If we end the window by upgrading our goalkeepers and bringing a top new one in, then it can be very close to being a great summer transfer window for us. But it won't be that unless we address the goalkeeper issue, in my opinion, and I'm not meaning to sound spoilt by saying that. It's just so important and cannot be ignored. Words in full here. Grab all of your latest general Chelsea transfer news from across the last 24 hours in the same place here, covering everything in the same place. Have a cracking weekend all. I'll jump on the Substack app if I get any big news to report. Otherwise, I'll be back on the site on Sunday. Although I hear Rob has been having a summer cleanup of the Substack app chat section and got all OCD on us. So I'll have to have a look at that and see what the crack is there.